Hey, horror fans and comic book fans, for this video. Um, I'm doing something completely different here. I know this is a horror channel. I hardly ever talk about non horror movies, but I wanted to do this because I'm a big comic book fan and I know that a lot of people who are into horror are big into comics. Um, and this summer, 2016, three major movies came out. I want to do something different rather than to show my ugly mug. What I wanted to do is show you my some T-shirts collections here of the three movies that are being shown. Of course, the one right there on the bottom. It's Captain America: Civil War. You guys can see a little bit of a wolf there, the Wolverine, thing sticking out, for X-Men Apocalypse. And of course, the ones on top are, obviously Batman v Superman, and, Dawn of Justice. And these three movies, all came out this summer. Uh, you know, they got, I'm going to go ahead and discuss what, the general consensus, how people rate them. And you know what? I couldn't disagree more with critics. So I'm foreshadowing my opinion, but I'm gonna tell you uh, from best to worst what I think, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you a brief review of the movie, tell you what I think, and I think that this is gonna be a revelation to a lot of people. Hopefully, a lot of people watch this video. But I really want to tell you what's the better movie, in my opinion, and as a true fan perspective. Um, so I guess the only thing that I can tell, because I'm starting from best to worst, is I have to shock the world, and I tell you that the best of the three movies is what the critics rated to be the worst. To me, Batman versus Superman was the movie I enjoyed the most. And before you all kill me, I'm gonna confess a couple of things. Yes, Batman versus Superman has a lot of problems when it comes to plot and development, character development, and so on. Maybe as a movie, it doesn't work as fluid as the other two. However, to me, the great thing is that visually this movie is amazing. Spoilers. I'm gonna put the word spoilers here so that you guys know. Um, Definitely when watching, Batman and Superman go at it, and 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 watching the outcome, and watching the how it looked, and the religious imagery related to it, and it's, I mean, it's so beautiful. It blew my mind. I mean, it looked like a Renaissance painting sometimes. And yeah, I know that I wasn't happy about the CGI version um, of Doomsday, but at the same time, you have to realize that Doomsday, I mean, it will look awfully cheesy if you put it in animatronic. So, it had to be CG. And besides, like I said, it has its flaws, yeah, but I truly saw the motivation between Batman and Superman having to fight. Um, Batman's motivations being that he thought that even if there's a remote possibility that Superman can go ahead and take down humanity if he lost control or something, it's a valid point. Somebody with so much power should be controlled, and at the same time, uh, Superman's mentality of Batman being a vigilante, taking kind of be a little bit hypocritical because he is a vigilante of sorts, deciding who's right and who's wrong without taking the consensus of law. However, at the same time, we can see that Batman. I mean, is the key for Superman's mother survival. There, like I said, spoilers in this video. So yeah, when he's the only reason he wants to kill the Batman is because, I mean, killing him will prevent his mother's demise because Lex Luthor, wants to kill him, and that's it. The death of Superman. At the end, very dramatic and sad, and the fight between the two. It made me feel like a kid again. None of these other two movies did that, and that was the most powerful thing. I thought I was 8 years old watching Superman and Batman throw at it. I saw the real humanity in the characters. I actually did not care as much as for Man of Steel, but watching Superman in here on Henry Cavill here and seem more human than on Man of Steel to me. And you have Ben Affleck that blew everybody's expectations out of the water. So definitely, yes, I know. As a fanboy review, I can tell you that the movie is way more excited. The climax is awesome. The dream sequence between Batman and when Batman it's fighting an army of hinting of injustice coming up. So comic book fans know that injustice is when in an alternate universe Superman is actually evil, triggered by some actions that where the Joker tries to blow up the world with a nuclear bomb and kills Lois Lane, driving Superman completely mad and making him a tyrant. And another thing that was awesome is the Killing Joke. A lot of people's criticism said that Batman is not Batman because he kills, because he acts differently. And it's consistent with the comics. When the Killing Joke, comic book fans know that when the Killing Joke killed Robin, that was the Batman was never the same, and that drove to Batman to kill the Joker, which it's an amazing story. I hope that that's come back and show it. So for the imagery, the special effects, the epic battle between the throwdown between Superman and Batman is so over the top, so incredibly great. Like I said, the acting of both Affleck and Cavill, and it's amazing to me. I don't care if critics say that this movie sucks. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I acknowledge all those problems, but as a fanboy, none of these movies made me feel so. My personal opinion, which is the best movie, that was it. So number one is Batman versus Superman. Number two, X-Men. And X-Men's also getting criticized to shit, saying that it was too long, saying that the makeup of Apocalypse didn't look right, saying that it lengthened the plot unnecessarily. I couldn't disagree the more. I totally love the movie. In fact, it was kind of hard for me to decide which one I like better, but it's because Superman versus Batman made me feel like a kid again that I decided. But It was beautiful. Love the scene with Quicksilver. It's almost worth the price of admission. Where he can travel faster than everything else, and he's able to save the entire school of X-Men, and it's amazing. You guys gotta watch it. The nuclear bombs and the plan of Doomsday, of not Doomsday, I'm sorry, of Apocalypse to rid the world of nuclear weapons so that he can just destroy him. It's kind of clever and cool. A lot of people say yes, ridiculous joke, and no, I think that he was deliberate. He was evil. He was loved the beginning when in ancient times where Apocalypse was just too powerful, and he was about to become all powerful when he was about to be combined with the power of regeneration, and then he was in prison. One thing is that Magneto just keeps blowing me away. How great they got in that character. Um, Xavier, I mean, really started to take on the role um, of Professor X more, and being able to really, be not just a teacher, but a father to these X-Men mutants, and really, really like the humanity. The suffering of Magneto is really tough, because he feels that he's such a suffer character. All the stuff that he's gone through, the Holocaust, and personal hardship now with the killing of his wife and kid. That humans don't love him, they hate him, and they will never be able to embrace mutants. So it's quite a it's quite a battle, and then the introduction of Scott, the introduction um, of Cyclops back into the series, um, really cool, and his brother, and seeing his brother's demise very sad, but at the same time, it made sense of bringing all the X-Men together, and of course my favorite X-Men, the Wolverine, making an appearance as Weapon X, completely badass, looking just like the comics. There's just too much stuff to love to say that X-Men um, Apocalypse was suck, and a lot of people are bashing it. Could not disagree. Could not agree. Could not disagree the more. It's just that definitely a great popcorn movie. Yes, it's a little long. I acknowledge the problems that. Yeah, there's a couple of. I think Mystique and it's definitely too much in the movie, and Storm not enough, and Angel not enough. There's some characters that are not given the proper time, and some that are given too much. So yeah, I mean it's flawed beyond what the flaw of Batman v Superman, but that's why it's the number two movie. Now, surprisingly to everyone, the movie that I think I like the least is Civil War. Civil War. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, let me point out why. Well, let me point out the cool stuff, okay? Let me just be fair. Love the battle at the end against the Marvel characters. Seeing Captain America fight Iron Man, and watching Spider Man, throw down, and watching Black Panther and Ant Man and the Vision, and you got all these cool characters fighting, but something's missing. Well, Thor and Hulk are missing because they're gonna show up in the next movie apparently, but there's a bigger thing that's missing. Once again, and I'm sorry if you guys hate me, but it's just Chris Adams, man. Um, Captain America is just very weak. His acting chops show that he can't carry a movie. I know he's trying to defend his friend, but he's pretty much, kill his other friends. That doesn't make sense. And the other thing that doesn't make sense is the fact that the movie tries to set up a lot of these political problems between and how the world wants to control the Avengers and all this stuff. And um, no, it's just it just doesn't work. He said, no, actually, he thought the movie was very boring. It was very long, and it have not been the ending so cool, I would have just fallen asleep. It was very disappointing. Um, I know, you guys can boo me, but this is just my personal opinion. Um, yeah, so there you have it. I mean, you have, number one movie of this summer should be Batman v Superman, no doubt. Second one should be the X-Men. Third one should be Civil War. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate any of these movies. I mean, I don't hate Civil War. I think it's pretty good. But just having such a big budget and they're just being boring and all that stuff, it's a waste to me. So there you have it. I mean, comment, please. Subscribe if you like me. If you didn't like me, I don't completely understand. But let me know why. Leave a comment. And it's just this is been a burning thing in me that I needed to make a video about it. And there you go. There's my video. So be cool. See you guys later. And wait for my next video.